Hey guys, it's Viva. So today I'm going to be doing the book sacrifice tag. Lena from World of a Bookworm tagged me to do this in her video. So basically this challenge consists of 4 different scenarios in which I'll have to sacrifice a book, which is very painful to do, and I did a lot of thinking about this tag because it was really hard to come up with different options because I wouldn't want to sacrifice any books, but nonetheless, here we go. So the first scenario is for an overhyped book. So I'm in a bookstore and then suddenly, bam, there is a zombie attack, and the only way that we can defeat the zombies is to throw overhyped books at them because that is their only weakness. So which book would I pick that I feel is overhyped? A book that everyone seems to like but I didn't really like. And for this, I don't have a physical copy of it unfortunately, but it is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkins. I just thought it was a little bit too much for me. I was very confused when reading the first book and found it a little bit creepy. I didn't really enjoy it very much. I didn't ship the characters, I didn't get attached to them. It just scared me a little bit because it was just a bit too out of the ordinary for me. So yes, I'm going to sacrifice The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer for this scenario. Scenario number 2 is that I've just gone to the hairdressers and I've got a new haircut, and I'm just about to leave the hairdressers when boom, there's a massive thunderstorm and it's chucking it down with rain. But the only way that I can protect my new hairdo is by holding a sequel on top of my head. So why a sequel, I don't know, but I have to choose a sequel now that I didn't really like to protect my new hair. So the sequel that I'm going to go for is Allegiant by Veronica Roth. Do I need to give an explanation? I don't think an explanation is necessary for this book because it was horrendous. I'm not gonna lie, nothing much happened. The ending was just... I don't even have any words. If you have seen my previous videos, I rant and rant about this book so much that it's mentioned in so many of my videos because I just really disliked it. I think it's this book that has tainted my entire opinion on the Divergent series because it was just so bad. Scenario number 3 is that I'm sitting in my English class and the English teacher is going on about a classic book that has revolutionised the world and has really changed people's views on the world, and I've just had enough and I decided to throw this book at the teacher's head. So which classic would it be? Now, I don't read many classics. The only classics that I have read are because I had to do it for GCSE. Now this book, again, I don't have a physical copy because we were given the copies from school. It wasn't something that I did for my GCSE. My English teacher just had a little bit of an obsession with classic books when I was in year 8. And so we did Lord of the Flies by William Golding. I was, what, 12? 13, and Lord of the Flies just did not appeal to me. It still to this day does not appeal to me. It had quite a disturbing plot. Also, we had to do role plays afterwards in which we had to pretend to be Piggy or some of the other characters. I can't really remember the characters' names. I think there was a Jack. I don't know. I remember Piggy's character because we had to do an entire essay, I think, about the symbolism surrounding Piggy. I hated analysing books in general. I hated English literature, so I'm probably not one to comment about this, but no, analysing books always just made them 10 times worse for me. Final scenario is my least favourite book ever. Now, I'm just putting this out there, I don't have a least favourite book ever, but so this was quite hard, and the scenario for this is that global warming has somehow turned the world into a frozen wasteland, and the only way for me to stay warm is to burn my least favourite book. So which book would I burn? And I'm going to choose The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold, I think it is. Okay, again, my English teacher made us watch this film when I was in year 7, so this time I was 11 years old watching The Lovely Bones with my entire class. And you can just imagine how that went down. Not very well. I mean, it was an incredibly gripping story, but incredibly traumatizing. I remember the entire class screaming at many points in the story, and it was just not a nice experience. I then went on to read the book and just found it extremely disturbing. The writing was good, I had no issue with the writing, but it was just way too much for 12-year-old Phoebe. I couldn't deal with it. That's the end of my book sacrifice tag. I'm going to be tagging Louise from Targaryen Princess, Hannah from Hannah Love Book, and Katie from Katie Loves to Read. And yes, if you did like this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Hasta la vista, bookworms!